Working families continue to struggle to find affordable housing in New York. There were more than 400,000 apartments for less than $1,000 a month that simply disappeared from the city since 2000.
Housing is a necessity for every creature.
And in the last 10 years, the median apartment rent has increased a staggering 75%.
Not only is that a shortage in New York, but we see how often our members get adversely impacted by the housing shortage.
But area churches and labor unions are uniting to take action.
I think it's an opportunity for clergy and congregations to come together to make a difference in our city. We need to think more strategically. We need to think more economics. We need to think about the true needs of our community, and I think that that's an exciting prospect that comes along with this effort.
I see this as definitely the place where we need to be with the clergy, United Clergy Task Force, Housing Trust Fund, Investment Trust, and those resources that are around to really make this happen.
We weren't looking at it as an issue that wasn't across the board. It was definitely across many lines across the board, because poor is poor in any neighborhood.
The AFL-CIO Housing Investment Trust is investing $300 million to build affordable housing on land owned by 7 religious institutions in the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Jersey City, all members of the United Clergy Task Force.
As a pastor, it's very frustrating when someone comes up to you and asks you for prayer so they can get a job, and all you could do is pray. And you wish that there was something more tangible that you can do to help them, more than just prayer, because it takes more than just prayer.
What we want to do is we want to expand opportunity for jobs, not just to the existing union members, but we want to make sure that we're providing jobs which lead to careers, good jobs, and we know in construction that the best jobs are union jobs, and we want to try to make sure that we're creating a pathway for those jobs to people in the communities.
The idea of partnering with the AFL-CIO Housing Initiative Trust Fund is exciting to us because it's going to allow us to bring some union jobs to the community.
We are called by a creator to be able to build housing, to be able to bring healing to our communities. And we've been looking and praying for guidance to be able to meet people in our journey that are able to make this come to a reality. And it looked like the labor organization and the unions that I believe very closely been called by God to be able to protect the communities and help the communities have answered that call.
This partnership includes the United Clergy Task Force and their 7 houses of worship, the AFL-CIO Housing Investment Trust, the Central Labor Council, and the Building and Construction Trades. Along with the Central Labor Council, the Consortium for Worker Education will provide training for local community residents.
The importance of the clergy and organized labor link, as I see it. We're working in a place where the moral imperatives of both of those movements converge, which is economic justice, which is the provision of affordable, decent housing in these neighborhoods. We don't want to build these housing developments so that affluent people will move to this community. We want to build these housing developments so this community will become affluent and occupy them.
The United Clergy Task Force is a unique collaboration among different faith-based institutions that are united by their common desire to initiate economic development, to build quality housing, and expand their ability to provide resources to their respective communities.
The next step in a commitment the labor movement made to New York City in the aftermath of 9/11. We committed to do housing and create jobs. And the labor movement was the first investor in the city after that tragic event. In that period, we were able to spend or invest almost $1 billion and create and preserve 31,000 affordable housing units for the people who live in this city. So we come to this $1 billion undertaking and to this $300 million first step with a lot of experience in financing and development here and around the country.
It's a win-win.
There's a kind of excitement here at Westchester now, especially because of the partnership with the United Clergy Task Force.
This partnership is significant because it helps us accomplish several objectives. We want to be able to make sure that we're investing pension fund money in generating competitive returns, creating affordable housing, creating jobs for union members, and most of all, really helping to revitalize these neighborhoods. We're only going to be able to do that if we have a public-private partnership.
The additional partnership with the Housing Trust and additional partnership with the union as a whole. You see, the possibilities are so great in terms of lifting the level of people's livelihood that every time it's mentioned around here, people get excited.
Exemplifies what we can do together, where you can bring the corporate world, the unions, the government, the religious community, the educators, and we can create a phenomenon.
Is the fiber. Middle class opportunities and jobs is the fiber of any community. When people have money to spend, they put it back into their community, into local businesses, local restaurants, etc. So creating good jobs and offering opportunity to people and communities to work on those jobs really strengthens and builds the fabric of those communities.
When we have partners like the Clergy Task Force and their membership and their communities, the task is significantly easier for us. But the power that you draw from the support in the community, it's the energy that drives the undertaking.
Yo creo que este proyecto es un reto para todos el mundo, pero especialmente el reto está para la gente que está viviendo el nivel de vida que está teniendo, porque probablemente al presentársele oportunidades de nuevo empleo, al presentársele oportunidades de nuevo nivel de calidad de vida, de vivienda, a presentársele la oportunidad de que hay unos servicios sociales que no estaban antes, que van a estar en su disponibilidad. Yo creo que va a retar a cada familia, a cada persona a tomar una decisión.
When people have opportunity, you will notice that it'll indeed bring a certain sense of self-esteem, affirmation, and possibility. And that's what we really believe is the work of our church. It's the resurrection of our community, the resurrection of our men and our women and our children.
I want to come back 7 years from now. I want to visit the projects that have been built together with union workers and people from the community on those crews, with families building a life for themselves in these new homes. I want to see the communities grow and change for the better. It will be a great indication of the wisdom of the men and women who brought this idea to us.